Today, we have a great speaker, as you well know, and we're so excited. Why? Because, and we want to thank this young man. He will be the youngest SVP ACN has offer. And I mean, think about it. And we just want to say thank you, sir, for such a great leadership. Thank you for coming on and sharing with everybody. We want to salute you today with your 8th year anniversary in ACN. We're glad that you left Trinidad in 2002 to come to America for a land of opportunity, and went out and showed people that it could succeed at age 20, jumped and left Applebee's and has just been a superstar ever since at the ripe young age of 28 years old. And today is his 8th year anniversary. Can you imagine getting started at 20 years old to see the vision at 20, now he's 28. And today is his 8th year anniversary with our company, ACN. So we want to salute you, sir. We want to say thank you so much for all you've done for all of us. Without further ado, thank you, sir. The show is yours, Mr. Shakeel Cooper.
Thank you. What are the chances of, I woke up this morning, I'm just like, today's my 8th year anniversary, but what is the chances that the last call is on the same day? What is the chance? I didn't even think about it until today, and I was just like, wow. So, you know, to think 8 years going into my 9th year journey in this involving this business, like, I've never done anything this long. So today, we're not going to have no slides. I'm going to give you guys some tips, but I'm just going to give it to you from the heart, because the fact that I've been involved in this industry for 8 years and I've weathered so many storms, and looking at where I'm at now, you would never believe that I've went through all of those things, because I don't look like what I've went through. So by being involved in this business, it had changed my life forever, where now the person that I am, it's all about inspiring people. So if you're taking notes today, the first note that I would like you to take is where I want you to write down, develop definiteness of purpose, meaning that you have to develop a purpose. What is your true purpose? See, a lot of times people think, oh, I just want to get involved in this business just to make money. But as you realize, no one cares about how much money you make. People only care about the impact and the change that you have on their lives. Because when I talk to people, people don't care about how much money I've made in the past 8 years. You know what people care about? The impact and the inspiration that someone like myself can come involved in this business from Baltimore City, Applebee's, get involved in the industry, no business background, know anything about it. 8 years later, it's surpassing now almost 10,000 customers, thousands of business partners, 2 of the top regional vice president currently right now in the company as of today. No one would have ever thought, because I would say about 6.5 years ago, I lost everything. Everyone left me. People left, went to different teams. But looking forward now, those same people that left me, they're not doing anything. Because I had a big goal and a big vision that wasn't just about myself. It was for other people. But as you go throughout your journey, everyone is not going to stick it out with you. Everyone that you start with, you will not finish with. And a lot of the times when people start seeing people not really following after the purpose that they have created for that organization, they tend to start to lose that faith, and then they give up. But with me, it never was about me. See, for so many times I wanted to give up, but I always thought to myself, do you understand how many people I will be letting down? Do you know how many people look for me just for inspiration, because they saw that I just kept going? When the hardest thing to do is what? To just wake up another day and keep going. Because when most people thought that I gave up and I was over, no, I'm still working. There's no reason. Success to me didn't happen by accident. So I'm not telling you this from a point of view that I got lucky. No, I put in the work and created a system 8 years ago. I created a system by being a system. What was my system? If you're taking notes, weekly checks. It's hard to tell someone to not believe in something when they're getting weekly checks. I've been doing this business for 8 years. Do you understand that I've been getting direct deposits since I've been involved in the company? So no matter what I went through throughout my journey, I can never say to myself it don't work. It works because this is all I've done for 8 years. I haven't punched a clock or worked for anyone. I haven't worked a job in 8 years. Do you imagine knowing how that feels to say, man, you're only 28 years old and you haven't worked a job for 8 years, but you got involved in the industry that you knew nothing about, figured it out, and now you're able to teach other people on how to do the same thing. Because there's people that got involved in the business, they had better careers, they had more money, they had everything. They had everything they needed for success. But what they didn't have was a definite purpose. They didn't have a true purpose. They just wanted to get involved to make some money. But I tell people all the time, you can make money doing anything. You can go anywhere and I can get a job and make 6 figures. But to me, it wasn't about the money. It was about living in my true purpose, because I did not want to get older in life and say to myself, man, I wish I would have did that. Do you understand that regret weighs a ton? Do you understand that as you get older in life, you tend to start to regret the things that you didn't do? But you have the opportunity now to do it today. From there, you want to assemble an attractive personality. If you're not a likable person, if people don't like you or being around you, you will never build anything big, because guess what? People want to do business or want to be around people that they like. So if you're not a likable person, become a likable person. Become a person that people want to come to. Don't be that personality where you're so closed off that people can't even come to you about the things that's going on in their life that might not have nothing to do with business. But by you being there for them, they'll never give up on you. Because I was always there for my people. Some of those people never left my side. They always stuck it out with me. And if you want to have people that's going to stick it out with you for the long run, because this is a marathon. I tell people all the time, look left, look right. Remember when you went to college, what did they tell you? That person a year from now is not going to be there. The other person sitting next to you is not going to be there. In an ACN, in business, in life, it works the same way. You have to be able to keep going when everybody else might not be going with you. From there, go the extra mile. Go the extra mile. And the reason why you want to go the extra mile, because it's never crowded. As long as you continue to outwork everyone, you're going to start to see that there's not that many people that you're in competition with, because the average person is never going to go that extra mile. Meaning what? They're going to get comfortable when they hit that title, and then they're going to give up, and then they're going to continue to do something else. People never really want to go the extra mile doing one thing. Do you know how hard it is to do one thing over and over and over and over and over? That's called commitment. That's called commitment. You know how many people are begging me and want me to be a part of my team? You can come make more money here and do that. But guess what? To me, it's not about the money. It's about doing one thing and becoming significant and showing people that, listen, if you're starving and anybody's willing to throw some money in front of you and you're willing to just go after that, then you're not the person I need to be involved in business with. I want to be involved with people that no matter what, we're going to stick to what we started with. If we said that our goal is to get to senior vice president and get to the top of the company, even though we might be going through a season of our life where things might not be going fast enough or going the way that we might want it to go, your honest purpose is to just keep going until you achieve that goal. See, I'm not doing nothing else big until I get senior vice president done, because that was my ultimate goal. I see people doing this, doing that. Listen, all of those things are great, but why not become successful in one thing first, then try to be successful in a bunch of different things? And that's the problem with people today. They have that shiny object mentality where they just going after anything that looks good. But I'm a person where it's about 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now. That's real commitment. See, if you don't see 10, 20 years down the line, why are you doing the business today? Ask yourself that true question, because you're only wasting your own time. And what is more valuable? What's the most valuable thing in the world that we can't get back? Time. See, most people do this business for money. I do this business for time. To create a lifestyle where my life is not confined by time. Do you understand how great it feels to wake up when you're finished sleeping? Do you understand, by you being your own boss, not dealing with the stress of having to put up an image to make your boss happy? Do you understand that I look younger today now at 28 than when I was 20 years old when I started the business? Why? Do you always see why do when people start making some money and their lifestyle change, they start looking younger? Why? Because you're able to live a better quality of life. See, it's not about how long you live, it's about the quality of life that you live. So many people focus on how long they want to live, but do you want to live a life of quality, or do you want to live a life of struggling to pay bills, worrying about when the next paycheck is going to come in, worrying about going to a place that you don't like just to pay your bills? How long do you want to continue to live that lifestyle? Do you have that positive mental attitude? When things are going bad, do you still have that positive mental attitude? See, I always look at the positive in everything, because in everything, listen, through every loss, there's a lesson. If you're taking notes, write that down. Through every loss is a lesson. So when most people are scared to take losses, what you're also doing is not getting the information that you would need to get you the way you need to go. Meaning that people try to run from all of the things that's really meant to help them, but on the outside, it look like it's there to break you. But do you understand that some of the things that was brought to break you was really to build you to become the person that you're truly supposed to become? See, most people talk about making it, but do you know how hard it is to make it and lose it all? But do you know how good it feels to make it, lose it, and get it back times 10 and know that you'll never lose it for the rest of your life? But if I never would have lost it all, I never would have knew that I have the power and the mindset and everything that it takes to get it again. When you look at most successful people, what do? They fail their way to success. What do they teach you in school? To not fail. So for so many years of our life, we've been trained to think this one way. And you have to understand that once you become an entrepreneur, you got to throw that out the window. You're supposed to fall in love with failure. Failure is supposed to be your best friend, because that's the only time when you're going to learn. Listen, before I lose it all, I used to eat unhealthy. When I went broke and I had to figure out that I got to eat oodles and noodles and budget $10 a day and eat 3 packs of sunflower seeds for $6 so that way that I won't feel hungry all day. I know how this is, just drink water because you don't got no money to buy juice. I know how this is, scrape up change and go to the store. It's been many times where I went to the store with a bag full of change. I know how this to go to the grocery store and have all the change that you got and put it in there, and you maybe got $40. And you got to figure out how to eat for the week. I know how I feel to be broke. Everything that I got, I've been telling you guys that if you really understood how hard I've had it, but I made it look so easy, and that's the only thing I regret in this industry. I made it look too easy. And because I made it look too easy, people don't really understand what it takes to be successful in this industry. They thought that I'm lucky. I'm far from lucky. I've invested, I don't even want to tell you guys, I've invested everything into this. I invested everything for a dream that nobody can see but me. Nobody believed in my dreams. Nobody believed that 8 years later that I would still be here. And guess what? I would still have my organization at the top of the company. Not me, but my organization is at the top of the company. How is that possible? I figured out a system that works. And not a system that works for me, but a system that works for anyone that's willing to get involved and follow the system. And if you build something like that for the rest of your life, the universe will take care of you and your family. Because it's not just about your paycheck. It's about your team's paycheck. If your team is making money, then guess what's going to happen? You're always going to make money. If you take care of other people will always take care of you. You want to inspire teamwork. You want to be an inspiration to the people that you got following after you. If you're not inspiring people, then what are you really doing? What are you really doing if you're not inspiring people? Because nobody cares about how much money you made, or nobody cares about those things. Nobody cares about the car you drive. Nobody cares about the house that you live in. People only care about how can you help me get to where I'm trying to go? And you got to ask yourself the question, how many people am I helping accomplish their goals? And if you're not helping people accomplish their dreams, it's going to take you a little longer to accomplish yours. But I promise you that if you change your mindset today and say, you know what, it's not about me anymore. How many people can I help get to where they're trying to go and watch everything change for me? You got to learn from adversity and defeat. When life beats you up, guess what happened? Get up. Get up. Just keep on getting up, because I promise you, Throughout your journey, life is going to throw all type of things at you. And the only thing that you got to do is just get up. Every single time something happens, just get up. Get up, get up, get up, and never stop working towards your goals and your dreams. Because this is all you got. It's all you got. Cultivate creative vision, meaning that what's your vision? What's your goals for your team? What's your goals for the people around you? See, everyone around me know that I have a purpose, not just for me, but for the people around me. See, if you're not trying to inspire and put the people that's around you in a better position in life, then what are you really doing? Because when I got involved in network marketing, the people that I saw that only cared about themselves, they're no longer here today. Everyone that was selfish, for the most part, they're no longer here today. But the people that really care about other people, why are they still here thriving? What's in between them and those people that they cared about other people and they just care about themselves? You got to budget your time and your money. I don't care how much money you make. If you're not reinvesting into yourself first, notice I said yourself first because you are the best investment that you can make. Why are you not taking care of yourself? Because think about it this way, right? We're in a people business, right? If you don't look like a person that people want to follow, they're not going to follow you. I'm not telling you have to have the name brand things and all of that stuff. I'm just telling you that if you're just a polished, quality person, when you walk into the room, you stand out. If you're not that person, it's going to be hard to have people want to inspire you to be like you. What are you doing that makes you stand out when you walk in the room? Who in here knows some people that when they walk in the room, they become the room? That's how you have to be. When you walk in the room, something special, there has to be a special aura about you that makes people want to be drawn to you. Because everywhere I go, when I talk to people, I have no problem talking to people. Old, young, black, white, Asian, it don't matter. I can talk to anyone. I can meet a person and we can have a full-blown conversation. And guess what? By the end of the conversation, they like me. It's not too many people that I talk to that don't like me. Why? Because I'm a likable person. It's hard to not like me. Why? Because I want to see other people doing better in life. And when you care about helping other people, guess what happens? You attract people like that into your business. So you're going to attract who you are. So if you're a person that only care about yourself, that might be the reason why you're having a hard time getting people on your team. See, some people don't think about it that way, but when you really sit down and have a true conversation with yourself, because at the end of the day, the person that you don't want to lie to, that you have to live with every single day for the rest of your life is who? It's you. So if I was you after this call, look in the mirror and say to yourself, do I really want this? Because if you don't really want it, you stop wasting. Listen, your time is the only thing that you have. If you know for a fact in your heart that you're not going to be here 10 years from now, why are you even doing it? Because it's not just a sprint, it's just a marathon. There's people that have been involved in ACN 20 years. There's people that have been involved almost 28 years. My goal is to continue to grow as the company gets older. As the company gets older, I grow with the company. Why? Because guess what? When I look at ACN, it's bills. It's never going away. I want to do things that, listen, it might not be the most fanciest or the coolest or the most, I don't care. But guess what? Every 30 days, what do people pay? Bills. It's a necessity. They pay bills in the 30s, they pay bills in the 40s, they pay bills in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. And guess what's going to happen for the rest of our lives? What are people going to pay? Bills. That's the business that I want to be a part of. A business that makes sense. I don't care about the glitz and the glamour. I don't care if I can go to a product company and make all of this type of money, but guess what? It's not going to pay me for the rest of my life because guess what? Products are hot for a season. Services are hot for when? A lifetime. These services are not going nowhere. These industries are not going anywhere. So as the industry continues to grow, what do ACN do? They continue to adapt as the industry grows. And you can do the same thing. But at the end of the day, it all starts with you. You don't have to look left. You don't have to look right. Listen, the person that's going to get you and your family to where you need to go is going to be you. Mr. Thomas is here to help, but he can't do the work for you. We can't do the work. That's why I stopped doing the work for people and I start showing people how to do the work. And the people that I show how to do the work and they pick up the system and they run with it, those are the people that I invest my time with, because there were so many people that I tried to do everything for them. And then when a storm came, guess what happened? They ran away. They ran away with the storm. But the people that I taught how to fish, they're still fishing to this day without me. I'm just there as a support system. I'm not physically there doing the work for you. I can't build your team for you forever. I can't mentor all your people forever. But I can put together a system. I can give you hope, and I can definitely create an environment that you can win at. But at the end of the day, the only determining factor is you. Everything that we do for you, these calls, all of those things, they're great. They're there to help you, but it's you as a person. That's the determining factor. So the reason why most people are not SVPs, because guess what? It takes a lot of work doing the same thing over and over in life to get somewhere. Just think about the NBA. There's only one LeBron James. There's only one Kobe Bryant. There's only one Michael Jordan. But how many people are in the NBA? Think about the NFL. There's only a handful of greats, right? In any industry, there's only a handful of greats. And the reason why? Because only a handful of people are willing to go the extra mile in order to become that person of greatness. And they just never gave up. Look at every person that's done something great. They've been doing it for a long period of time, and they've done it, and they never stopped doing it. Even look at Michael Jordan. People talk about how successful he is, but do you understand that he failed so many times before he became Michael Jordan that we know today? See, people never see the failure. They only see the finished story. They never see the tough times. They never see the eating ramen noodles. They never see when you broke and struggling. And, you know, I remember when I was so broke, I used to have to use my debit card, put $1 on my debit card because I know it's going to take $1, put in my zip code, and I know that for about 2 days, if I do it on the weekend, they're not going to hit my card and overdraft me, just to have enough gas to get me going. I've done it all to survive. I've done it all. So I'm telling you this from a place of caring, because I care about your success, because guess what? The more people that can have my name in their success story means that I've done something great on this earth. And if you're not doing it for that reason, then what are you doing it for? Because like I said, you can't, I've never seen a bank behind a hearse. You can't take the money with you, none of this. But what you can do is take the memories and the inspiration and what people are going to say about you when you're no longer here. I want people to write books about me. I want people to make movies about me, documentaries. I want people to talk about how this young guy, my story is inspiring. And guess what? It's real. I built it from nothing. I had a dream of coming to America and becoming a multi-millionaire, and I'm not going to stop until I get there. And if I can do it, you can do it too. You just got to have a goal. You just got to have a hot, white, burning desire, and you got to know what you want out of this life. Because if you don't know what you want out of this life, guess what? There's other people that got something for you, and it's called a J.O.B. And either you want a J.O.B. or you want a B.Y.O.B. And I ain't say bring your own bottle. I'm talking about be your own boss. And that's all I got for you guys today.